live uncut interview.
Would you guys please give us your name and spell it for us when you come to the microphone? That'll just help us keep track of everybody.
I'm Carl Wilson. I am the mother of Alexis. And I have not really been saying anything. I'm watching like everybody else. But I feel disrespected from day one to now. Disrespected, no empathy, no compassion, no phone call, no nothing from no one. I'm finding out every detail on the news, and that is not fair as a mother. That is not right. Someone can give me a phone call. Someone can at least tell me that this crap is going to hit the news so I know to be prepared. So I can prepare my own thing. But that's not happening here. There's no empathy, no compassion, no sympathy. And the way they're handling this is wrong. Just by family standpoint, this is wrong.
I'm Alexis' father, Mama Wilson, ALONZO, WILSO. Alright. The reason why I'm here today is just to say, listen. The police came to the house and they said, your daughter's dead. So, of course, I'm asking, who did it? Who did it? They said, well, there was a crash and some gunshots, and we can't tell you anything past that. So I'm like, okay, did you arrest someone? Well, it's under investigation. Can't tell you anything. So I'm calling back the next day. Hang up. Hold for 30 minutes. Now mind you, this is the number that they gave us to call if we had any questions. So after I kept calling, I wouldn't stop. They finally answered. This is the next day. Now I said, sir, did you give me any information other than a crash and shots? He said, sir, I just got here. I don't know what's going on. All I know is crash and shots. So why did they give me your number if you don't know anything? So I see the news, and that's how I find out after the police was at the house. So we don't have the power to pull a tape. We don't have the power to pull body cam. We don't have the power to edit things. This is not a movie. You don't have the right to edit things to make it the narrative you want it to be. First day I saw it, and that's why I didn't know it was my daughter. They said she was 23, and they said that she had a gun. Yeah. First of all, my daughter's not 23, she was 19. So, in my mind, I'm thinking that's to remove the sympathy, and they called her a woman. She's 19. So that's why I didn't even believe that was my daughter. So, I'm saying that to say, we as people, we don't have the power to show the real proof because they won't give it to you. They have the ability to just take it and show it when they want to show it. That's not right. My daughter used to say, we used to go back and forth. We talk on the phone. I say, I love you, Lexi. She said, I love you more. And hang up. Real quick, so I couldn't say I love you more back. You get what I'm saying? That was the girl I knew. The cheerleader. You understand what I'm saying? The loving girl that took care of her autistic brother every day. That's the girl I want to tell you that I know. You understand what I'm saying? So I say that to say, even the officers that shot my daughter, I still pray that they never get this phone call. I still pray that their kids are safe. This ain't about color. This is about our kids and where America needs to come together. I pray that even the officers that shot my daughter never get this phone call. But I do want justice, and I want the lies to stop. So I'm gonna say this, Lexi, I love you more.
Hi, my name is Joseph Williams, J-O-S-E-P-H. Last name is Williams, W-I-L-L-I-A-M-S. And as you guys know why we're here, the footage, Dolton Police has released 30-minute edited footage. I automatically say that they need to release unedited and full transparent footage to the public if they're going to release it. But we are here today because we are here for the murder of Alexis Wilson by Dolton Police. And I want to start with just a few things about just some things that we know. We know that when this story first broke, that the police chief Collins and the administrative staff initially stated that the car was being used as a weapon. We now know from some of the footage that's been released now that the car isn't really used as a weapon at all. And actually, there's an officer in the vehicle that shoots multiple times. I think it's very disturbing. It's sad that a 19-year-old baby girl lost her life for just going to go take care of an order that dealt with food, and how something that dealt with food escalated to her ultimately just losing her life. And I think about, why wasn't there a woman officer dealing with the young lady? Why wasn't there any de-escalation involved to make sure that they at least tried to work and cooperate with the young lady before actually just trying to force her out of the vehicle and actually even striking her? You know, the aggressiveness and excessiveness that was used is just unfair to any human being. You know, and again, I'm going to always continue to state the fact that the mayor came out when this story first broke and used ill-informed comments, stating facts and stating things that she was unaware of and didn't know anything about. She has to be held accountable for her actions. The same way the mayor came out publicly and stated what she had to say is the same way she needs to come back out and not even apologize to her family, but retract her statement and make sure she actually speaks on what she knows. Beyond all of this, again, I just think the situation is sad. As you guys already understand, Illinois State Police has yet still released valuable information to the public from toxicology reports and everything else. And I'm pressuring, and I would love for them to do the right thing. Release the information that you're supposed to release to the attorney, to the family. And the same way Dad came out here and said, the family should not have to find out anything through the public, through the media. The family should be able to get that phone call, be invited in, and have an understanding of what's happening and be able to see anything that they need to see ahead of time. People, it's not fair to the family to have to receive information through the public like this. But again, and I'm going to continue to say, we are here today because of the murder of Alexis Wilson and the murder by Dolton Police. And it's clear that they murdered her. I don't care what excuse Dolton Police may give, there's no excuse for taking this baby life. And they need to be held accountable for it. So I urge everybody, if you have a heart, if you know this is wrong and you stand by what's right, come out and support the family. Donate to the GoFundMe. And come out here and make sure Dolton Police, Dolton Mayor, and everybody is held accountable for their actions. It's sad that we got to be here for this, but this baby was only making an order. And what I don't like out of all of this is that they turned in an edited version, a 30-minute edited version. They could have gave us the straight version of what it was. You don't turn no edited version in, because now you want to take out what you want to take out. Be transparent with the public. Don't just show what makes you possibly look good. Show the truth. And that's why we're here today. We're here standing with the family because we want the truth. We want everybody to know the truth, and we want to make sure that Alexis Wilson gets justice. And it's just that simple. So we thank you guys again for being out here, and I'm going to turn the floor over to our attorney here, Mr. Rassad.
My first name is Rahsan, R-A-H-S-A-A-N. Gordon is my last name. From the very beginning, the village of Dolton, through its top level leadership, its highest level of leadership, its mayor, sought to spin a narrative that was advantageous to its position. The mayor, without knowing any facts except to those that were reported to her very shortly after the incident, said that she stood by her officers completely and that the police had done everything correct. It's impossible for her to have known the facts. And especially in this climate, one would think that one who was exercising wise leadership would have simply said that we send our sympathies out. We hope that the officer who is thought to be injured, that he recovers, that we send our sympathies out to the family, and we'll wait the results of the investigation. She didn't take that route. Instead, she says, listen, my officers did everything right, and it might have even avoided further crime. An absurd position for the mayor to take, who don't know what happened. So then the family, in a quest for answers from the Dolton police, because the Dolton police were not forthcoming to information to them when they visited her home, to the mother's home, we came here and demanded a meeting with the chief of police. We sat down with the chief of police and a commander from this police department, with Alexis' mother and her father, and the chief of police promised to be transparent. We asked to see the video, that we wanted it sight unseen, that we wanted it to be publicly disclosed. The chief of police of Dolton told us during this meeting right here at this very place that the investigation had been turned over to the Illinois State Police, that it was out of his hands, but that he pledged to be transparent as soon as possible. They wanted to ensure, supposedly, that the video was not released where it could compromise the investigation, so that the yet-to-be interviewed officers couldn't tailor their story based upon the video. I followed up with Illinois State Police and still tried to remain vigilant. I followed up with Illinois State Police in an effort to remain vigilant to allow the family to see the video. Finally, I was able to negotiate an opportunity for a private viewing of the video just yesterday. The day before we were supposed to meet, I get a call from Illinois State Police saying that Dolton, the chief of police, had reached out to him, to that investigator, saying they wanted to show it to the family. I said, listen, they don't care who shows it, as long as we see it at the appointed time and the appointed place. Got a call back, Illinois State Police saying, listen, we're going to show it to you. I watched the video at my office yesterday. Both of my clients were there, the mother and the father. They were too emotional to watch the body cam footage. I watched it. Okay. And what I saw on the video after my own investigation, and speaking to witnesses, seeing the camera footage from the Baba's restaurant, and now seeing the body cam footage, it was clear to me that Dolton police escalated this event by punching this young girl, this young woman, in the face. The officer cocked his arm back and punched her in the face. If you look at the video, you can see her glasses becoming dislodged. At that point, she pulls off in apparent fear and panic. At the precise time, the other officer, who I was informed was Officer Carlton, dives into the car. I don't know if he's trying to get control of the situation or something. She doesn't see him dive into the car. It's right at the same moment. You all now have the video, which the family still doesn't have. We don't have a copy. You all have it. shot, before it even comes to arrest. And for Dolton to release the video today without the courtesy to at least reach out to the family's representative to give a heads up, to say this is on the way, and actually promise to do so, is a further indication of their lack of compassion, their willingness at all extent, all efforts to shape a narrative to their benefit, to edit a video, to have a press conference, and never just think, just the pure decency, to just say, listen, this information is going to come out today. We might want to let the family know that the video of their child's last moments are going to be broadcast. They didn't have the decency to do that. My opinion of watching the video is that it is clear this officer punched her in the face. There is no explanation that has been provided by anyone as to why he would use such force and such velocity with a punch. Anybody with a reasonable mind knows that immediately there's a fight or flight response. This officer put his fellow officer in jeopardy. And we demand not only answers at this point, but I've seen the video. We demand this officer be fired. We demand he be prosecuted. We demand that the mayor, that she retract her statement, and instead of trying to back channel communications to my client, instead of her having the village attorney of Dolton call me today after the videos are released to try to set up a private meeting with the mayor so that she can express her condolences to the family before the funeral, since you had the audacity to spin a story a few hours after this happened, then you must publicly, you must speak to how unwise your decision was. And I want the mayor, if she thinks her officers did everything correctly, then I want her to explain why that officer punched this young woman in the face and escalated this situation to an extent where it put a fellow officer in danger, which ultimately led to this officer executing Alexis inside of her own car. And we're not going away. We're not going away. This is an effort to spin. We will get to the bottom of everything. The call that initially went out from Baba's, I've talked to the manager of Baba's. There was never any gun seen by any employees. Even the employees that were interviewed by the Illinois State Police, they indicated they never saw a gun. They thought that it might be a gun. So we will get to the bottom of this, and this family will have its day in court. Thank you. All right, thank you.
All right, people, this is live, uncut, unedited. Family of Alexis Wilson speaking to us. So thank you so much for tuning in. Pray for the family as well. Thank you so much, people.